Fantastic. So for lesson 2.3, it's writing equations of lines. So we're going to be talking about slope-intercept form again, but we're also going to be introducing point-slope form, which hopefully isn't completely new. Do we remember this a little bit?
Yes.
This word at least, these words? Okay, great. So what does slope-intercept form look like? Y equals what? Mx plus b. We use slope-intercept form when we are given the slope and the y-intercept. So if they give us the slope and the y-intercept, we're going to use slope-intercept form. If they don't give us those things, we now also have point-slope form that we can use. Does anyone know what point-slope form looks like?
Y2 minus Y1
over X.
No, equals.
It's okay, you're really close.
Yeah.
Y minus Y1 equals M parentheses X minus X1.
I'm sorry. How did we get that?
It's just a formula.
Where did that come from?
This formula. You need to memorize this.
Oh.
Memorize. You need to know it in your brain, okay? We use point-slope form when we are given the slope and a point, or when we are given 2 points. So there's 2 options for point-slope form. We could either be given the slope and 1 point, or we could be given 2 points. We would then have to find the slope and then use one of those points. But those are the 2 options when you're given those things to use point-slope form. Another important thing to note that I'm just going to write in between the box and number 1 is that the x and the y should be left as variables
The first one.
for both. So for slope-intercept form, the x and the y should stay the same. The m will turn into a number. The b will turn into a number. For point-slope form, the plane x and the plane y should be left the same. The y1 will turn into a number. The m will turn into a number. And the x1 will turn into a number. Okay? Importante. So number 1 says, write an equation of a line that passes through the point -1, 6, and a slope of 4. So they gave us the slope and they gave us a point. Was that point the y-intercept?
No.
No, it was not. So can I use slope-intercept form? No. So my slope is 4. -1, 6 is going to be my x1 and my y1. So I'm going to use those to plug into the point-slope form. So we have y minus y1, which is 6, equals m, which is 4, times x minus x1, which is -1.
So plus 1.
Good. So double negative turns into a positive. And we just leave it in point-slope form. That is our final answer. Okay, so let's try number 2. Number 2 says write an equation of a line shown on the graph below. So first I need to decide what location those 2 points are at. So I'm going to label the top one 0.1 and the bottom one 0.2. So I'm going to have P1 equals something and P2 equals something.
Let's do an equation for each.
No. What does P1 equal? Where is it at?
Equals
-1, 1.
-1, 1. And then someone other than Anya, what does P2 equal? 2, 0. Fantastic. So I have 2 points. So can I use a slope-intercept form?
Yes. No.
No, I have to use point-slope form. What do I need to do though first?
Find the slope.
I need to find the slope. Now for this one, either we can find the slope using the formula, right? Because we've got 2 points. Or we have a graph. Can I just find it on the graph?
-3.
Yeah. We go down.
Recording this.
We go down 1, we go right 1, 2, 3. So -1, 3. So my slope is -1/3. Would y'all agree? Fantastic. So that's my slope. Now, I can pick either point. Pick either one. P1 or P2. I'm going to pick P2 just because I felt like it. So I'm going to do y minus y1. So y minus what? 0 equals m. So -1/3 parentheses x minus x1. So x minus what? 2. Now, do I need that -0 there?
No.
Can I just get rid of it? Yeah, I can just do y equals -1/3 x minus 2. Now, if it asks for this in slope-intercept form, I could distribute the 1/3, but it did not care, so we're going to leave it like that. Now, if you were doing this on your homework and you decided to do P1 instead of P2, your answer would look different than mine, and that is okay. So if we decided to do P1, our slope is still -1/3, but we're now using -1, 1. So we would have y minus 1 equals -1/3 x plus 1, double negative. Either of those answers are correct. They're both the same line. They're just using 2 different points. I would accept either one as equally correct. Okay? All right. Number 3, I've got 2 points, no slope. So what do I need to do first?
Find the slope.
Find the slope. So I need to do m equals, I actually don't like using that lime green. I like it on my iPad, but not on the screen.
You should use forest.
M equals, okay. X2 minus x1, so that would be what? 10 minus -2, so 10 plus 2.
Wait, so you mean y? y2 minus y1.
Yes, I'm doing the slope.
You said x.
Oh, y2 minus y1, and then x2 minus x1, so 2 minus 5. So I've got what? 12 over -3,
-4.
which is -4. Good. And then, does it matter which point I pick? Okay, pick one for me.
The first one.
Okay, we're going to do the first
second
one.
I don't think I
Okay. We're going to do the second one. So we've got x1, y1. We're going to use point slope form. So we're going to do y minus y1, which is 10, equals -4, parentheses, x minus 2.
Oh, no.
Miss Adams, can I go to this?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, number 5 says, write an equation of a line, the line shown on the graph. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do P1, P2. So P1 is what? 1, 1?
Yeah.
And P2 is
0,
-2. Is 0, -2 a special point?
It seems like it.
Yes.
What is it?
Or it's
I think I heard Lee say it.
y-intercept.
Yep, y-intercept. Y-intercept. So they gave me 2 points and that's it. I can find the slope. Could I use either form for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they gave me the y-intercept, I can use slope-intercept form now. Okay, so let's look at our graph. Let's find our slope. We go up, 1, 2, 3, right 1. So my slope is 3 over 1, or just 3. Would y'all agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I can use slope-intercept form, which would be y equals 3x what?
X
Minus 2? Okay, so since my y-intercept is at 0, -2, I'm going to use that point and I'm going to use the y value. I'm going to use this y-intercept as my b. So that is one answer. If I wanted to use point slope form, oh, that almost looks like pumpkin spice latte, but it's PSF. So I would pick a point. Let's pick the other point since we used slope intercept for the last one. So I'm going to do y minus what?
1.
Equals what?
1.
Times x minus what?
1.
Good. Do I need to change anything? No. So either answer, you also could have done y plus 2 equals 3x, because it would have been x minus 0, which is nothing. So any of those answers would be correct. Okay, number 6 says write an equation of a line that passes through the point -2, 3, and it gives us two sub-questions. Question A says is parallel to y equals -4x plus 1. Question B is perpendicular. So if it's parallel, is it going to have the same slope or a different slope? Same slope. So that means, thank you, Moses. That means the slope is going to be what for A? It's going to be -4 because it's going to be the same as the slope of this equation. But we're going to use what point? -2, 3. So I'm going to use point slope form. So I'm going to have y what? -3 equals -4x plus 2. So that is the equation of a line that is parallel to y equals -4x plus 1. What about if I wanted it to be perpendicular? Do they also have the same slope? One more word. 2 words. Negative reciprocal. A negative reciprocal. So if my slope of my original line is y equals -4x, so the slope is -4, what is my perpendicular slope going to be?
4.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Is -4?
Not negative. So it has to change it. So it is -4.
1/4.
So it changes to positive and it switches. So 1/4. So my perpendicular slope is going to be 1/4. Which point am I using? The 2, 3, right? I'm going back to that same point. So I'm going to have y minus 3. That all stays the same. The only thing that changes is the slope. Is going to be 1/4 x plus 2. So there is the equation of a line perpendicular to y equals -4x plus 1. Okay, last few questions. So let's look at number 8. Number 8 says write the equation of a line that passes through the points 3, 8 and 3, -2. So what's my first step? I need to find what?
The slope.
I need to find the slope. So I'm going to do y2 minus y1. So -2 minus 8 over x2 minus x1. So 3 minus 3. So -2 minus 8 is going to be -10. And then 3 minus 3 is 0. So what kind of slope do I have? Undefined. Okay, now something that we need to remember in our brains is if I have an undefined slope, I have a vertical line. So it's undefined, so it's a vertical line, which means my equation is going to be x equals a number. We need to know all of that. We need to know that if we have an undefined slope, that means we have a vertical line, which means our equation is going to be x equals a number.
Wouldn't it be x equals -10?
No, but that's a good guess. Look back at your points. It's x equals a number. Do you see how my x values for my points are the same? They're both at 3. So it's going to be x equals 3. That's my equation.
Why? Oh, because that.
So for the next one, it says write an equation of a line that passes through the points 3, -2, and 5, -2. So we're going to find the slope. So we're going to do y2 minus y1. So -2 minus -2, x2 minus x1, 5 minus 3. So that gives me 0 over 2. Can I divide by 0? Can I have 0 be on the top of a fraction?
I don't know. Can you?
Yes, it equals 0, right? Not undefined, just 0. Now this is another thing. So since it's 0, so we have a horizontal line. Which means our equation is y equals a number. Once again, you need to know all that information. If my slope is 0, I have a horizontal line. My equation is y equals a number. You need to know those things. My number that I use, y equals, is the number that repeats in the points, so -2. If you notice the pattern here, before you start doing the slope, and you notice like for number 8, oh, the 3's repeat in the x value, so that means this is going to be x equals 3. For number 9, the y's repeat at -2, so that means y is going to equal -2. If you see that pattern, then you're more than welcome to jump straight to that. Okay, you don't have to find the slope, find that it's undefined or 0, and then go from there. Okay? Number 10 says, write the equation of a line that has an x-intercept of 5 and passes through the point 2, 0. It doesn't give me the slope, and it only gives me 1 point. But what is the point of an x-intercept at 5? What point would that be?
5, 0.
5, good. 5,
Oh,
0.
so it gives you 2 points.
So
Then
it does
can
give
find
you
the
2
slope.
points. So now we can find the slope. Exactly. Now, I can't do slope-intercept form because that would be for the y-intercept, right? This is the x-intercept. So I'm going to do m equals 3 minus 0 over 2 minus 5 equals 3 over -3, which is -1. I'm going to use the second point. I'm going to do y minus 2 equals -1 x plus, no, minus 3.
Wait,
Minus
how do you find
3.
the y-intercept?
You don't. You can't. All right, the last one says, write the equation of a line that passes through the point 5, 4, 5 and is parallel to the x-axis. So for this one, I needed to kind of have a visual. So over here, I drew a coordinate graph, and then I said parallel to the x-axis. Well, here's the x-axis. So would this line be parallel to it?
Yeah.
Yes, it would be. So is that a horizontal line or a vertical line? Vertical line, horizontal line. Do horizontal lines have x equals a number or y equals a number? They have y equals a number. And what number would it be if the y value is 5? 5. So it'd be y equals 5. Okay, and that's it.